At the time, I thought it was a real genuine attempt to play the ball. I thought he got something on the ball. I thought it was very harsh at the time. I haven't seen it back. It was, I mean, you're talking about a fraction, an absolute fraction being mistimed, and then he's follow through slightly high. Now, when you go to ground and you slide, there's always going to be a natural coming together, but the referee's right on top of it, and in this day and age, if you mistime a tackle, then you give the referee a decision to make, and unfortunately that decision went against us.
So you have no arguments with it?
No.
With regards to the first half, is it a game where you feel as if maybe you've just squandered too many chances?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I thought up until that point we were by far the better team. I thought we played with real purpose. You know, there's an expectation on us to win today and get the job done, and we didn't play with any nerves, any anxiety or anything like that. We were really good, I felt. Played with real purpose, passed the ball well, moved the ball well, pressed well. I thought the only thing missing was the final bit. You know, we had, if we were shooting, we shot straight at the goalkeeper, or we missed the target, or we just mistimed or chose the wrong option around the box. If we'd have been a little bit better in the final third, I think no one could have argued that we'd have been 2 up. And then the red card has a huge bearing on the outcome of the game. But even then, I don't think you could tell who had 11 and who had 10. I thought it was a really even game, and the one sort of mistake or error we make, Dalby punishes us, and that's what's made the difference in the game.
You want to be in a cup final, but how massive is this game at Fir Park for you?
Yeah, it's a great game, isn't it? It's exciting, and the positive thing is it's in our favour, so we're not relying on other results. We know if we go there and win, then it's job done. So it's still in our hands, and we have to use that as a positive. And if we play like we did today, with a little bit of better quality, then that'll give us a good chance.
Young James, I mean, that's quite a lesson to him. It's a hard lesson, but it's something he can learn from, can't he? Yeah,
definitely, yeah. And I was just saying, like, you know, it's sort of like when this happens, it's people always then reflect on his age and say, you know, inexperience, bit of naivety. But you could go through the whole football calendar yesterday, and there's loads of players getting red cards, and no one mentions, you know, a 28-year-old doing that or a 35-year-old doing that. It's because of his age, and he will learn from that. That's the sort of the process or the development you have to go through when you're playing young players. And today we had to suffer with 10 men, but I thought we did that very well.
Well, you're learning something new about your players, or the way they approach next week and the way they handle it.
Yeah, I thought we did that very well today, to be honest with you. I thought our start to the game was excellent. For the first half an hour, 35 minutes, we were the dominant team. Even in the second half, you know, I think it was an even game. We looked just as likely to score as they did. You know, it's not like they had 70% of the ball and they're passing the ball and we're camped in our own half. It was 50-50. I think we've had more chances, more shots, and their goalkeepers worked more than Craigie's had to do. And we've given very little in the game, to be honest. So it's really, I feel for the players, because I actually felt we deserved something from the game.
Do you feel that's been fairly common this season? They created a lot of chances and maybe not taken enough of them?
Yeah, in some of the games, yeah. Particularly if you look at some of the games here, particularly early on, you know, when we've created lots of opportunities. I'm thinking of the Rangers game at home, Celtic game at home. We've created good chances and we haven't taken them. And goals change games. Psychologically, it makes you feel better. It makes the opposition feel obviously worse, or they have to change, and it changes the game for everyone. And unfortunately, we've not capitalised on the moments that we've created, not just today, in some other games. And that's something for us to keep working on.
It's a tactical decision to leave Lawrence on the bench today?
Yeah, a bit of both really. He's obviously played a lot of minutes, played loads of games, and we just felt a little bit of just to freshen him up a little bit physically and mentally. And Granty gives you something a little bit different. And Granty scored a couple of goals recently as well, and we thought we'd get, as he did, a positive impact when he came off the bench. And ironically, he was warming up and he was coming on, and then they went and scored. So we were hoping that he would have a positive impact later on in the game, and obviously with 11 men rather than 10, but I felt Lawrence did that, yeah.
Obviously 8 points behind 5th place now. Does it feel like Europe via the league is beyond you? Or?
No, I wouldn't say it's beyond us yet. It's obviously harder, but if we can get into the top 6, and then we've got to play them teams, and we can take points off them. So it's not beyond us, but look, we've got to get there first. So our first priority is to go to Motherwell and win next week.